up, Dolphin Nation? What's up, Finstock Nation? How you doing today? In today's video, we're going to go in and talk about Day 3 of free agency, and we're also going to go in and talk about the Malik Willis press conference and some of the Day 4 signings for our Miami Dolphins. On Day 4, Miami decided to sign wide receiver Tutu Atwell, and I'll go ahead and let you know some other information around the NFL for some former Dolphins signing on Day 4, along with Tutu Atwell. Marcus Wilson, DB from the Cincinnati Bengals, played at Florida and has local ties. As we all know, he's from South Florida. They also signed Patterson, the kicker. So now there's two kickers that have joined the Miami Dolphins. And on Day 3, the Miami Dolphins signed edge rusher Josh Uche. If I murdered his last name, I apologize. Some former Dolphin news. Kader Kuo has signed with the Kansas City Chiefs. And Bradley Chubb signed a big, massive deal with the Pittsburgh Steelers. I mean, not Pittsburgh Steelers, I apologize. That was a little gasp. With the Buffalo Bills, $29 million guaranteed. It's a $43.5 million contract, 3 years. Chubb is a two-time Pro Bowler, but didn't live up to the hype in Miami. That's what we have so far. Day 4 signings, just to clear it up for you guys. So far, the signings of the Miami Dolphins. I'm not going to say Day 4 because it's a mixture of what we've signed and what we re-signed. So far, what we've signed: Malik Willis, edge rusher Josh Uche, secondary Lonnie Johnson Jr. He's a safety / cornerback. Darrell Baker, cornerback. Zane Anderson, safety. We've re-signed also AJ Green, cornerback. Punter kicker Riley Patterson to compete with Zane Gonzalez, the other kicker. Defensive lineman Matthew Butler and linebacker Willie Gay Jr. have also re-signed. Oh, and we've also re-signed Austin Jackson to a 1-year deal. Let's listen to the Malik Willis press conference.
Malik, welcome. Good to have you here. Obviously, you have a lot of relationship with these two gentlemen to your left. Ultimately, why was this the place for you?
I mean, there's a lot of great reasons to be here. I mean, those two guys are the biggest ones, in my opinion, as far as what I see this organization and this team becoming. I can't see the future, but all I know is they're going to put in the work each and every day just as well as I would try to do the same. Whatever role, whatever leadership, whatever it is, they brought me in as a piece of the puzzle that they want to put here, and I'm grateful and honored to be a part of that.
How long have you been waiting for a team to look at you and say, hey, this is your team, this is your organization?
I don't think I put a timeline on it. I think it happened when I was prepared. I think when I came in the league, I wasn't prepared, and that's not a knock toward my coaches or myself. That's just what it was, coming from the system I came from, and I've had a chance to learn the last 4 years since I've been in the league, and went through 4 different offenses and seen a bunch of different defenses, and I just think I've grown a lot, and I'm grateful for the opportunity once again.
How did this process work this time, since you know these guys? Did they go through your agent? Did they also call you? How did that go?
I mean, we're here now, so that's what's important. But we definitely me and my agent talked about places that may need a quarterback or may be a good fit situation-wise, and it all played out that we end up being here, and that's all that matters.
You impressed Sully and Half very much in Green Bay. You had your choice in the matter. What impressed you about them?
Just how they go to work each and every day and the way they treat people. I think that's more important than anything when you come to a business that relies around people. I see Half every day get excited when one of the DBs makes a play or a D lineman gets a sack or a backer bats a ball down, and he's just as excited as the players that are on the field. I see him arguing with Matt, and they go back and forth, and it used to be awesome. And I see Sully in the hallway, and he'll, I always ask, oh, what are you seeing out of my game? Because I know they watch all the film in the world. And he'll give me, details. It's not like, oh, you're doing good, just keep going. It'll be like specific details in order to help me get better. And I think that's important. You got to be willing to let somebody help you.
How does your athleticism help you and the team?
I think we'll see when that time comes.
Malik, when they came,
I'm sorry. I ain't mean to, really, honestly. That was just, it's natural. I think it helps, though.
Malik, when they came to the Dolphins, was it prominent in your mind, hey, that might be the leading contender for me to make my next stop?
I try not to be biased with it. I try to lay it all on the table equally and not make a rash decision. Let God lead me to where I needed to go and just be grateful for anybody that wants to give me an opportunity.
You said when you came into the league that you knew you weren't prepared for something like this. How did you know what you are now?
I mean, once you get into it, you're in it, right? And when just coming from what I came from, it was just a lot different. And you can know but not be a master of it. You can know and not be comfortable and aggressive doing things. You can know and not just trust it. And I think that trust in it is what takes you to the next level and helps you go out there and execute, because you got to be able to trust it, because it's not always going to be perfect. It's not always going to be, oh, you see it perfect. But if you have an idea and you've seen it enough and you trust it, it'll work out a lot of times.
There's a list of quarterbacks who weren't starters until their fifth year or beyond: Kurt Warner and Jimmy Garoppolo and Tyrod Taylor. I wanted to ask you about patience. How do you stay patient and not think that you're not getting your opportunity and all that? Tell me about the mental attitude that it takes to just kind of chill and wait your turn.
I mean, you got to lean not on your own understanding, that's for sure. And you got to trust in God's plan for your life. And He wakes you up and gives you an opportunity to get better. I think that's all you should ask for. And when the opportunity arises, that's when you'll be able to take advantage of it. But until then, you got to keep working, because if you didn't get the opportunity, that means you weren't ready. And sometimes, like what happened my rookie year, you get an opportunity and you're not ready, and it doesn't help you, it doesn't benefit you, but it can kickstart you into the right direction.
Hey, Malik, Marcel Lujac, the ESPN, welcome to Miami. First of all, half joked with us a couple weeks ago that when you were running scout team, we'd have to tell you, hey man, stop all that scrambling. Like, the guy we're playing doesn't do this. I guess, what did that experience of trying to play from the pocket and be more of a pass-first quarterback, like, how did that help in your development over the past couple of years?
I think it helped a lot. I mean, especially, I won't name any names, but we were playing a certain quarterback, and he's like, oh, this quarterback likes to do this or this. And I'm like, I'm watching the film, and I'm like, okay, he really does like to do this and this, and he's successful to a degree, obviously, a playoff guy, but I think it's awesome to think through the process of that and understand why they're doing certain things like that and seeing different schemes and how they operate. I think that's cool, and him being, just on it enough to focus on that for preparing his defense, I think that's pretty cool as well. Because he's not just letting me go out there and do whatever. He's like, okay, we need to prepare these guys for what they're going to see.
Malik, what do you think about having Devon Achane and Jalen Waddle as targets to throw to?
I think it's awesome. I think they both might be faster than me. and that's a good thing. Hey, no beef. We ain't going to start no beef early.
You got a college teammate, CJ Daniels, that fans got to know down here in Miami.
Yeah.
How much are you on Sully to say, hey, if he's available late, I'd love to throw passes to him again?
Hey, man, I'm always going to stand up for my guy. CJ is that dog. He got it in him, but that's out of my lane. All I could do is, CJ. But that's it.
Al Butler here from UPI. I believe during that 22 rookie season, you were benched for not throwing the ball enough in that game by Mike Vrabel. At that moment, did you think that this moment would come?
In that moment, I don't think I got benched for not throwing the ball. I got sat because he said he didn't want me running around anymore and getting hit. That's what he told me. But I understand how it could be misconstrued. But I did not think I would be at this point at this moment in time, because I can't see the future. But I'm grateful for it, and I think every part of the journey here has been amazing. And even the times that were tough, and where you're like, golly, is it ever going to happen? And then, boom, it happens out of nowhere, because you just don't know how it's going to go. But all you can do is prepare yourself and do what you can to take advantage each day.
What do you plan to do to establish yourself as a leader in the spring and the summer?
I feel like leadership, we should all be leading each other. Obviously, to earn a position of leadership, that's what you got to do. You got to earn it. You got to do what you need to do each day to prepare, do what you need to do each day to work, and you got to be a guy that can hold people accountable and be held accountable. I think there's a lot that goes into that, and you only can build that over time.
Malik, as far as being a starting quarterback, tell me about, I guess, the line between being a leader and being, I guess, too much of a leader. Tell me about your philosophy on that.
I feel like there's no such thing. I mean, it starts with us. I mean, as far as the way the game is played, I mean, you get to snap the ball and it starts with you. But I think that we should all be leading each other. I think that that's the only way it's going to work, and we have to be united front. Because if not, it's not going to work. You can't do this with one player. This is a team game. There's not just one person. And the leadership figurehead, I understand it, but at the same time, this is about a team. It's a team.
How do you process? This is the opportunity, so the best opportunity you've had, obviously. How do you process that? You're here in this place, in this time, this moment. How does that all compute in your mind?
You just be where your feet at. I mean, I woke up this morning. I'm blessed to be here, blessed to be talking in front of you guys and be given the opportunity by these guys. That's all it is right now. That's all it is today. And we'll worry about tomorrow when we get there.
I know you were working out when you were talking to some of these teams. Can you talk about your preparation? How much has that changed between now and between rookie and between Green Bay? How much has it changed?
I think it's changed a lot. That you pick up things from guys and you throw things away that you don't feel like help you. And I think the more you know, obviously, the cooler you can find ways to kind of trigger that memory or find old clips and go back and look from where you started to where you are now. I think I do that every, several months, and I think it gives you a peace of mind that you are growing no matter what it feels like day to day. One day you might feel the best in the world. One day you might feel like, I didn't get better today. And you got to be able to look at the big picture, and I think that's important.
Malik, you talk about your journey. You've improved your mechanics quite a bit from when you first came to the league and more efficient. Can you maybe, for us who haven't played quarterback, take us through what that process has been, year 1 to 5?
It's been great. I mean, like you said, my first year didn't go great, so I went to figure out things that might help me, and I got down there. I started working out with this guy in Jacksonville, and he started to teach me the mechanics of throwing, right? He teach me the mechanics of throwing with using my hips and this lower body that I have, the strength that we work for, right? Instead of just using all arm all the time. And it's just less consistent, and it's more strain on your body, right? So it's just working that over the last 4 years. I think it's been super beneficial. It's helped me become way more accurate and consistent. Obviously, there's times where you got to make throws that are not going to be in perfect platforms, and that's whatever God's giving you. But at the same time, whenever you can be consistent, when consistent is there, I think that's great.
Chris Perkins, South Florida Sun Sentinel. Were there any other teams that were options for you, or was it always, I'm going with Sullivan and happy?
I think that I signed this morning with the Dolphins. I think that is awesome. I think that is in the past, and we're not going to worry about that. But there was definitely, you know how free agency is. There's always different aspects and variables, but I'm grateful that they gave me an opportunity, and I'm here. Fins up.
Malik, what are your long-range goals in this game? What do you hope to? What do you want people to think about when they think about your game when you're done playing?
I want him to think about he gave everything he had out there to try to win games, and you only could take it a game at a time, so your goals past that. I mean, there's ambitious and they're cool, but they're not realistic. All you can do is win today. When you try to win today, and that's talking to you guys and doing all this other stuff that I got to do, then you try to win tomorrow, and you get better and you get back to training, and you do that each day. And then I want them to say that guy was consistent, that guy worked hard, and that guy gave it all he had.
That moment in the game when you drop back, first read isn't there, pass protection breaks down, where does your mind go in that moment, given that you have the athletic abilities that you do possess?
I mean, it depends on what defense you're getting. It depends on what play call we got on. It depends on who we playing against. There's a lot that goes into that. It's a lot of reaction, but also premeditated thought based upon all those facts, Sometimes you just get out of there. There's a lot of space in front of you, so you just trust it.
I feel like everybody who comes here has to get asked about the climate at some point. I know you were an Atlanta kid. to come back to the South. It does get a little steamy down here in
but
July and
steamy's
August.
okay.
I didn't know. Yeah.
Steamy's okay, sir.
I figured it's not.
Steamy's all right.
Malik, curious, like any place that you're excited to go in the city, or
I mean, there's a lot of places I'm excited to go. I mean, all these different types of cultures and different types of people around, all these different restaurants. I need to chill out. And then, like you said, it's 80 plus every day. I can wear shorts again. So I'm excited to see it all. I'm grateful to be here.
Did you feel like you were ready for this a year ago or 2 years ago, or you needed the past couple years to get to this point?
I'm not sure. We only know until you know. So I'm grateful for the opportunity now, and that's all I can say. I can't say whether I was ready or not. I can't prove that, you know what I mean? And that would be just me being arrogant or prideful, you know. But the opportunity's here now, and I'm going to try to do my best to take advantage of it.
Malik, have you ever reached out to or spoken with guys like, Sam Darnold or Geno Smith, guys in recent memory who were, had to take a few years as backups before finding their role as a starter?
Yeah, I've talked to a few of them in passing for sure. I mean, all the guys usually are very receptive of each other, and, we chop it up after the games and talk about all types of things. And I think those guys have been great help, just chopping it up with them and being able to see their story, even if not talking about it, see it from afar. I mean, that's awesome stuff. What it was, 6 years for Sam? 5 years?
Something like that.
Sitting down and boom, he goes to the Super Bowl first year or second year starting full time, and I think that's awesome and that's a blessing for him. But I won't put no stuff like that on myself, but just trying to take advantage of the opportunity for sure.
What are some things that you're much, Joe from Palm Beach, by the way, what are some things that you're much better at now than when you entered the league?
I mean, pretty much everything I was doing except for like running around and stuff. I feel like I run around like the same, but maybe I got a little quicker. Who knows? All those drills and stuff, yeah. But I feel like a lot of stuff, just understanding the mental side of the game for sure, and just absorbing that information and being able to utilize it, not just having a bunch of information and being slow and thinking so much about it. I think that's been awesome. Or seeing one thing and be like, oh, I know what I'm getting, and I think that's been the biggest help.
How much do you think the move to Green Bay, the trade, the working under Matt LaFleur, being in the same system consistently helped you in terms of the game slowing down?
I think that was awesome. And you said it with the being in the same system. That was my first time in the same system. I had 3 different offenses before I got there in 2 years, so that was kind of tough. But I learned a lot, and those were 3 different types of systems. The one I played in my rookie year, and I played in when I got to Green Bay. They were kind of similar, so that helped when I had to get on the field quickly. But I'm definitely grateful for both of those places, for Tennessee and Green Bay. I learned a lot from both, regardless if I could show it in Tennessee.
Before signing you, this organization said there will be competition in the quarterback room. Have you been communicated that, or have you been told you are QB1 from day one?
I think it's competition at every position. I think it's competition between the coaches. I think we compete each day to earn our spot here. It's not a given for anything, and I don't think it should be. I think we should be competing for everything every day. That's the only way we're going to continue to get better and grow. You don't want to get stale and you just think everything's everything and become complacent, because these guys out here are too good. These other teams are too good, and if you slack off or take off, they're going to show you on Sunday. Everybody has good players.
Do you have a message to the city, to the fans, and to your new teammates?
The only message I have for them is I'm blessed to be here. I'm grateful for you guys, and I'm ready to get this thing going. Fins up. Yes, sir.
Do you have any friends on the team?
Yeah, a few.
Cool. Couple of guys.
I can't tell you.
Have you spent a lot of time in South Florida in recent years?
Not a lot of time. I came down for a bachelor party last year. Sean Clifford. That was cool. And then before that, I came down here and trained a little bit.
Who did you train with?
Quincy Avery. That was a while ago, though. That was like my sophomore year of college.
Oh, okay.
Congratulations.
Good.
All right, guys, there you see. He basically said the games will slow down. He's learned a lot from both of his previous stops in Tennessee when he got drafted and Green Bay. And he's had about 3 different coordinators but he's learned a lot from both stops. And he also said that leadership is earned, that the positions are earned, competition is daily, and you're not given anything in the league. So competition has to happen at every position daily, and he understands that. Let me know what you think about the press conference. Let me know what you think about all the signings so far. And I appreciate the support as we continue to go to the Fins Talk by Rolling with Carlos family. And like always, stay positive, stay on your grind, and go Dolphins.